after partying. I don't drink, but I like to dance.
That's right. You don't need the liquid courage.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Be Inspired family. How y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing wonderful on this beautiful Wednesday. TGIW to you, and you, my wonderful Be Inspired fam listeners.
Hello.
Yeah, what's up, Robbie?
You can hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh my gosh, my mic worked.
Yes. I'm so excited. Now you can chime in.
Yeah, I can. And
we can have some wonderful discussion tonight.
We can.
How was your week, by the way?
My week was, it was slow for real.
Yeah.
Cloudy days, raining.
Oh my gosh.
All that stuff. It was slow.
The rain.
Glad we had Wednesday, though.
Huh?
I said I'm glad it's Wednesday.
I am too. TGIW. I'm happy that it's Wednesday for more than one reason. Specifically because it's the Be Inspired radio show. And you know how we do. We bring you inspiration to get you through the rest of your week. You know what else I love about the Be Inspired radio show? That we are unique. And I'm okay with that. I love that. We don't, we are who we are. We're inspirational. And we want to bring you inspiration. And that's what I love about the Be Inspired radio show. We bring you positive energy, good energy, happy energy. We got enough craziness and drama going on in this world. We got enough pettiness. We have all that stuff. We got enough of that to go around. But what we don't have enough of is love and appreciation to go around. So that's what the Be Inspired radio show does. We come to bring you all that nice and fuzzy stuff. All that fuzzy wuzzy stuff that people are like, let me tell you, that's what it's all about. And it's not that me specifically, that I don't have days where I'm struggling and I'm tired but for the most part, I try to remain positive because that's what gets me through, but you know what else helps? Having a good support system, having people around you that don't mind helping you out and getting you through the things that you're going through. So I hope you all had a great week. I really do. I hope everything has been great for you, going well. And if not, look on the bright side. There's tomorrow to look forward to, God willing. Tomorrow is another day. So I need you to keep your head up. Don't let what you're going through consume you. Look forward to the new mercies of the next day and try again. If you wake up tomorrow morning and be like, all right, it's a new slate. It's a new way of seeing things, a new way of doing things, a new way of approaching things. Don't get stuck in what you're in right now. You live long enough, you will live through it. I felt like I needed to say that to somebody. Ha! If somebody going through a little something, I might be sensing that. But I just wanted to encourage you. You can make it. If you live long enough, you can live through some things in your life. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know.
How do you know?
Because I've been through some challenges. Plenty of challenges where I thought I was going to just lose it or that I wanted to give up on life. But God gave me strength to keep going. Honey, once I found out that I had another chance, that's all I needed to keep on going. And so I'm just encouraging you to do the same. Keep on going. You can make it, you guys. And I love what I do. So this is what I do every day of my life, is try to inspire somebody, because I realize what I go through is not just for me. It's not just for me. It's for somebody else. Somebody else can benefit from what I learned from going through what I went through. So I want to encourage you again. I want to leave that with you. You can make it. Tomorrow is a new day. And if you are blessed enough to open your eyes tomorrow, just be grateful and start anew. All right. So with that being said, we're going to be talking about throughout the show, the B series. The B series. I'm not going to give it away. I'm not going to give you too much. I just want to, get your appetite ready for what we're going to talk about. But it's called the B series. And I chose this because I've been going through a series of trainings at my job and just preparing for our Be Inspired Leaders Brunch and Learn coming up on May the 25th, 11 to 3 p.m. I had to throw that in. Y'all like the way I threw that in, that nice little segue. But so I've been preparing because I am one of the speakers at that event, and I've been preparing some material, and a lot of it has to do with this B series thing that I'm dealing with. I'm not going to dive completely into it at the seminar, but I am going to talk about it a bit tonight. So a few of the B's in the B series is be yourself, be grateful, be consistent, and be aware. So I just want to put that in your ear. Think about that. Think about that, because we're going to talk about that a little bit. Be yourself, be grateful, be consistent, and be aware.
What about be humble?
And be humble. Oh, yeah, definitely. You know what's funny about you saying that? I'm going to add that to the list, because that is one of them. I just hadn't planned to talk about it tonight, but we will. I will switch it out so we can talk about be humble, because it's funny that you said that, because that's been a recurring theme for me and my husband for the past week or so. And we have been hearing that and hearing that and hearing that. And for you to say that is definitely confirmation. So we got to talk about that tonight. So we're going to talk about be humble too. So it's all a part of our B series. Things that you should think about as you're going about your life, and as you're learning who you are, and as you're learning your purpose. You should consider these things. And I'm sure that your life will be enhanced if you consider these things. So that's what I want you to do. Think about that. Be yourself, be grateful, be consistent, be aware, and be humble. I like that. But anyway, you guys, I have been thinking, I'm ready to go on vacation. Is anybody ready to go on vacation? Help me, help me, help me. I'm telling you, I'm desperate. All of you out there who love to travel, you know what I mean. I don't think I've had a vacation this year. I think the last one I had was to Miami, which was really cool. I enjoyed it. Miami is nice. And I went around October time frame, so nobody was hardly there. Oh, I love it. People were still in school and at work, and I was chilling out on the beach. It was like I had a personal, personal beach all to myself. It was kind of cool. But it's vacation time for me, so I'm considering what to do. And I know there are a lot of people who are getting ready to go on vacation. People are finishing up college now, graduating, and this is a popular time for people to go and celebrate themselves and celebrate the completion of school. So shout out to all of the recent graduates. I'm so happy and proud of each and every one of you. That's a big deal, to go to school and finish. And let me tell you something. Do you understand how many times I started and stopped school? I'm not ashamed to say that. A lot of times people, they show the glamorous side of going to school, but they aren't honest about the process, and that for some, it's not as easy. And I will admit, for me, it wasn't as easy. I started out right out of college, but a lot of different things and obstacles happened between that point and now that kind of hindered me from being able to just go straight through. But I'm grateful, because at the point I finished was the right time for me to finish. And I'm happy about it. I just graduated last year, and I'm telling you, it was the best thing, because my kids were there and they were able to see me walk across the stage. And for me, I was a little bit more mature in my life. So I was able to handle it. So some things for some people you might not be able to handle at that moment, but when you reach a certain level of maturity, you'll be able to handle it. And that's what was the case for me. So I'm glad I did it the way I did it. I don't live in regret. Period. I don't think it's healthy to.
I think the most important part about school is that you finish it.
Yes.
Because and no matter how long it takes, as long as you get your degree,
yes,
have something to hang on your wall.
That's right. Thank you, Robbie. Thank you for that. But you know what? It's important that you said that, because some people feel ashamed that it took them X amount of years to finish school. Like, oh my God, it took me 10 years. Well, like Robbie said, you finished. That's the part you're supposed to be thinking on. You know, I mean, scripture even tells us anything of a good report, think on these things. We waste a lot of time thinking about the negative things that don't really matter. The fact is you finished. So you should be celebrating. Hello?
And then another thing, life happens.
It
Like
does.
some people can't go to school full time. They can't do 4 years straight out of high school because
Yes.
people got to get jobs.
Mhm.
Some people got parents, who not working, so they got to provide extra for the house. They got younger siblings that they got to take care of.
Yes.
So, it's a lot of things that come in front of you when you're trying to pursue a college career.
Mhm.
But just finish.
I love
Don't
it.
let anything get in your way for real. Like,
Yes.
because all of this is just an obstacle. You just got to get over it.
Yes, that was well said, Robbie. Give yourself a hand clap. There you go.
Yay, inspiration.
That's what I'm talking about. But my thing is, like I said, the Be Inspired radio show is unique, and I don't make any apologies for that. I enjoy being able to help people and give them inspiration to get them through. Because like I said, we have enough critics. Hello? We have enough critics. People are easy to give you critique. And I'm not saying anything is right or wrong about it. I'm just saying we have a lot of critics. So I think it is important to have platforms that provide inspiration. Sometimes that's the only, inspiration they might get.
One thing about I watch a lot of YouTube. So I don't understand how somebody can be doing, let's say for instance, because I do martial arts. So I do a lot of nunchucks and stuff.
Mhm.
And I was watching this one dude and he was just doing everything great with the nunchuck. But it's always that one person who just has something negative to say.
Yes.
And even if you're trying to do what you want to do,
Mhm.
but it's not even good, the negative comments just not even needed.
Nope, it's not. Because but you know what's funny about that? Those that's giving the negative comments are usually the ones who are too afraid to do what you're doing.
Exactly.
Don't even have the courage
Exactly.
to do what you're doing. That's why you can't pay it any mind.
Or they can't. They just can't do it.
Right.
They just can't.
They don't know how. They don't have the skill. So yeah, we getting a little bit into our topic for the night.
Misery loves company.
Yeah, but don't be miserable with other people. You be yourself. That's why we're going to talk about that tonight. Because once you become comfortable with being you, all of those other things won't affect you as much. Let me just say it like that. As much. And I'm only saying this because I have evolved into who I am today. I didn't come out the womb like I am right now. Okay, I had some challenges. I was shy, and that had to do with some things that I experienced in my life that caused me to be withdrawn. So I evolved into who I am today, and I'm not ashamed to share that process with you all because somebody else needs to hear it.
And somebody else probably got withdrawn.
Yep.
And they're going through that, and they probably need somebody to be like, yo, it's okay.
Mhm.
It happens. It's not the end of the world.
Yes.
Just keep pushing.
Keep it moving. So with that being said, we're about to take a break in a few minutes, but I wanted to share with you guys that I got an email last night that I was accepted into the Honor Society. I was like, OMG.
Yay. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you. I said, thank you, Lord. And if anybody knew my journey, or those who do know me and know my journey and some of the things that I went through to finish school, I'm telling you, it was definitely challenging. And to get that email was just more encouragement. I was like, I don't know. School is something else.
Mhm.
It's definitely difficult. But little things like that give you just enough encouragement to get you over that hump. That's all you need. It's just that little push. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to share that with you guys, just to encourage you to keep going. Your hard work will pay off. Trust me when I tell you, it will pay off. So we're getting ready to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to have a few announcements, and then we're going to jump right into our topic for tonight. You're listening to the Be Inspired Radio Show only on BeExposedRadio.com.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom.
I wanted to talk to you about something and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey, guys, check out my new video game. Wait. Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd you say? Wait a second. What?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
In the forest, can you see this? And this. And this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
I didn't know it could do that!
Because one trip to the forest can spark a world of difference.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go, like hiking, canoeing, fishing, or camping. Or create your own adventure with family and friends, and you might just see this. Your moment's out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Steven.
Who said that?
Me, down here.
What are you, a yellow booger?
I'm a banana slug, Steven.
Well, what are you doing in my room?
I'm your sense of adventure. Don't you remember me? Don't you know that we miss you?
Miss me? Who misses me?
You know, all your friends in the forest. The trees, the pond, that little fort that you made out of branches. We all miss you.
Mom took me to the forest last year.
I'm a slug, Steven. It took me a long time to get here.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
The forest is not that far away. Have an adventure today. I'm sure your mom would take you.
You're right. I should get out. I want to have fun. Play in puddles, catch frogs, and climb trees. Hey, Mom!
Yeah, hon? Steven, what is that in your hand?
It's my sense of adventure, Mom. It's telling me we need to get out of the house and have some fun in nature today.
Come to the forest where the more adventurous you lives. Check out discovertheforest.org for cool places nearby. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement.
Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know they're probably just a little bit nervous. You can find it in yourself to take that first step. You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can.
You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up. Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or visit yourged.org for your pep talk and find free GED classes in your area. GED is a registered trademark of the American Council on Education, brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the four walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable, but how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. I am your host, Miss Be Inspired, and we just have a few announcements for tonight. First of all, I'm excited to tell you all about May the 28th, 2016. May the 28th, 2016, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. is the Be Inspired Leaders Brunch and Learn. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. This is one of the first major events under Be Inspired LLC, but we're partnering with From One Mother's Heart to bring you this event, and it is free. You can't beat free. You get a continental breakfast, you get lunch. You're going to walk away with so much information about family leadership and leadership in business. So you do not want to miss this. Sanithia Drake of From One Mother's Heart is going to be one of the speakers, and yours truly, Miss Be Inspired, will also be speaking. I'll be speaking on leadership in business, and Sanithia will be talking about leadership in family. So this is an interesting dynamic to have these two all together on one event. But I promise you, you will not be disappointed. You can't beat free. You just can't. So the Be Inspired Leaders Brunch and Learn Seminar, May the 28th, 2016, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. It is going to be a fabulous and wonderful event. You can go to Eventbrite and look up Be Inspired Leaders Brunch and Learn Seminar. That event will come up and you can register. We want you to register because we just want to make sure we take an account of everybody who's going to be there so that you can get all the goodies that's going to be there. And not to mention, they're going to be vendors. So if you want to do a little shopping, little post Mother's Day shopping, maybe you got some cash for Mother's Day you want to use, come on over to the Brunch and Learn, and you can maybe get a little something for yourself and walk away with some free items. Also on June 2016, you do not want to miss it. June 9th through the 12th, 2016. Is Women's Refreshing Conference. You do not want to miss that. I'm going to be there. That's going to be, oh my gosh, that is going to be an awesome event. And that's hosted by Refreshing Springs Outreach. The ministry leaders are Jean Leak and Dr. Donna Saunders, who is one of the personalities on the Be Inspired Radio Show, Breaking Barriers. She's going to be there. There are going to be so many phenomenal speakers during that whole weekend. And it's going to be at the Best Western Eden Resort in Lancaster, PA. So you don't want to miss that. That's June the 9th through the 12th, 2016, Women's Refreshing Conference hosted by Refreshing Springs Outreach. I'll be there. A couple of other people that I know will be there. The registration is $100. If you want to learn more about that, go to rso.today. That's rso.today, and you can go there and register for that conference. I'm already going to be in the building. You going to be there? I want you to come. Come on. All you ladies out there, you got to make it to this event. So I just wanted to share those announcements with you. We had a successful Be Exposed Radio open house. It was phenomenal. This past Saturday, May the 14th, we had a great turnout. Sisters in Strength hosted it. So shout out to Sabrina, Sisters in Strength. It was a fantastic event. We have another one coming up on June the 11th from 12 to 5 again, right here at the Be Exposed Radio Studio, 110 East Lexington Street, Baltimore, Maryland, 21202. 2, you got to make it to the building. So we're going to take another break. And when we come back, we're going to dive into our series tonight, the B series. Be yourself, be grateful, be consistent, be aware, and be humble.
Hey everybody, it's Monty, the executive producer here at BeExposedRadio.com, and I'm here to talk about my show. I know, how selfish, right? Talk Lately with me, Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. So what do we talk about on this show? I can tell you this, there has never been a show that I have gotten completely through the full agenda because our topics, our conversations are just that damn good. I cover politics, gossip, entertainment, and hey, I love a good panel discussion. Hey, get a group of people in here and let us debate it out. That is the best thing in the world. Not to mention, I take calls and texts, and I'll debate with you too. So why don't you get involved and be heard? What's that old adage? Closed mouths don't get fed. That says it all. So join me every Tuesday at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com. Call me at 410-702-5657. You can text at 443-642-9403. And don't forget to be heard and vote in our weekly poll right on the website. Check it out.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Sorry about the late start, guys. Once again, you know these guys got Comcast. I don't know what to say about it. This is Weird Radio. I'm your host, Kenyon Parson. I'm back again.
Hey, there's my son. You've been in your room all morning.
Hey, Dad.
Matt, what's wrong with your voice?
There is nothing wrong with my voice.
Oh, well, it's just sort of.
I have been playing my video games and electronic games for so many hours.
Uh-huh. Well, it sounds like it might be time for you to take a break, or...
Hello, Dad.
Susan?
I have been watching TV and text messaging all morning. Yay, electronics. Yay, yay, yay.
Guys, I think it's about time to get in the car and take a little trip. Maybe see some trees, some green things.
What are these green things you speak of?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Get out to the forest and discover the wonders of nature with your family, just like Blue, Jewel, and the whole Rio flock.
Let the kids connect to their roots. It's going to be so much fun. Yeah!
Let's rock this jungle.
Fresh air,
What a glorious morning.
clean water,
Woohoo! This is great.
and endless surprises.
Yo, this is untapped territory.
How amazing.
Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a left.
You are not going to.
Then what you're going to
believe
do is turn onto
Marcy
Marcy
and Brad
Avenue.
just broke up,
and go past the first
apparently
3
she's
lights
happy
and then
about
take
it.
the next left.
I don't really
Then drive
think
5
she's
more
happy,
blocks
but
and you should be
who
there.
am I to judge, right?
Park on the
Anyway,
right.
That's
I'll
what
see
I
you
heard
later
last
tonight.
night.
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable, but how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry.
Garland Street.
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom.
I wanted to talk to you about something and oh wait, hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So anyway.
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey guys, check out my new video game. Wait, Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Be Inspired family. What's going on with you? Welcome back to the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. I am feeling fine because it is midweek TGIW. If you are just tuning in, I want to welcome you to tonight's show. Listen, we're going to be talking about the B series, and I'm excited about that because we're going to be addressing a few things. The first thing we're going to talk about is be yourself. The next thing we're going to talk about is be grateful. Be consistent, be aware, and be humble. Now, that's just a few because there are a lot of other things that we could talk about, but those are the ones that came to mind. And thanks to Robbie for giving us Be Humble, which was right in line with some stuff that my husband and I were talking about this week. And it ended up being a recurring theme. We kept hearing things about humility and being humble and what that means to your life, how that can enhance to your life. A lot of times, humility is looked down upon as a weak characteristic, but it is not. So we're going to talk about that tonight. But I want to start off with talking about be yourself. Well, now, why did I come up with that particular topic or theme? The reason is I had been going through some trainings over the past few weeks, and what's been consistent in those trainings is first, before you can do anything, is you have to be comfortable with who you are. I took a communicating up class, and now I'm taking leveraging the customer relationship. And these two classes deal heavily with dealing with other people, interacting with other people, and having successful communication with people that you deal with. And we were joking in the class, the leveraging the customer relationship class, because we were really saying it should be leveraging the customer stakeholder, the stakeholder relationship, because you deal with all types of people, you know, and all types of people can be considered a customer, if you will, like your leadership. They're expecting something from you. Your parents expecting something from you. Everybody is expecting something from you. They're looking for some kind of output from you. So anyway, the long story short, these two classes talked about you knowing you first before you can even have successful relationships with other people. So that's why I wanted to talk about being yourself. The second reason why I wanted to talk about it is because the person that I am today, that people see on social media and when they deal with me in person, because the real me is, I don't portray something on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter that's not me in real person. Let me just say that, in real life. Let me just say that I don't live two double lives. I don't have two double lives. What you see on social media is who I am, even outside of social media. So if you see me walking down the street, I'm going to be the same Naomi. It's not going to be, or Miss Be Inspired. Let me say that. I'm still going to be that same person. So you got to know who you are. And the person that I am today, I have evolved into. I have to stress that. I have to stress that. I evolved into the person that I am today. So anybody out there, you trying to still figure out who you are. I know that it's challenging sometimes, especially for young people, because so many things are being thrown at you. Your environment dictates a lot to you. Where you live, where you go to school, where you go to church, the friends that you have, these are all defining and shaping you. Some of the issues you might have dealt with growing up, these are all contributing to who you are. But in order to be yourself, you first have to know yourself. The reason why I like the two classes that I was in, because we took time to take assessments, and some people don't really like that because they feel like maybe it's not really truthful of who you are. But I actually like it because it is guiding. It gives you a framework for who you are. Some of you may have heard of Myers-Briggs. That's an assessment tool, a personality assessment tool. There was one that I took today. Give me a second because I'm going to look it up so I can give you the name. But there was one that I took today, well, actually yesterday, that actually assessed your behavior, how you behave in different situations. So not just your personality, but also your patterns, your behavioral patterns. When you're doing well or when things are going well, you might behave one way. But when things aren't going so well, your behaviors might change. And so knowing that about yourself will help you to deal with situations a little bit differently. And what I found out about myself is that I'm an expressive, analytical person. I know I'm throwing out some words, right? Expressive, analytical person. So an expressive person, we are outgoing, we're friendly, we're warm, we like to talk to people, we like to interact with people. Some would call us the life of the party. When we come, people enjoy being around us, we're happy, we're upbeat, but the analytical side of me, sometimes I become withdrawn in certain situations. Sometimes I think a lot. I'm not as touchy-feely, so I go in between. I had a conversation with somebody not too long ago. We talked about being the extroverted introvert. That's funny, right? The extroverted introvert. You can be both of those. And I kind of am that. I am a very, outgoing person. When you talk to me, I will open up to you. But there are times when I'm like, whoa, I need my space. I just need a little bit of space. Just a teeny bit. Back up. I need a little bit of space, but being that extroverted introvert, sometimes you exhaust yourself because you're interacting with so many people that you crash eventually. You're like, I need some time. Some people are just extroverted. They can just go and deal with people, but others are like, wait a minute. Nah, I need a break. Introverted people are like, okay, really?
So can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So what were some of the questions they asked you in that survey or that test?
Let me pull it out. All right. So
Can you test me?
You want me to touch you?
Yeah,
all right,
test
this
me,
is gonna be
test me.
fun. Hold on. Y'all gotta give me a second. Enjoy the nice background music while I'm getting the paperwork out.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like I'm more of a I guess I'm more of an introvert. Wait, is an introvert the person who is out there or isn't out there?
You're more into yourself.
Yeah.
You're more not into yourself like selfish, but you're not going to be the person who's going to be the life of the party. You're not going to be in there like, or you might internalize everything instead of verbalizing it. An extroverted person, they're very vocal. They might talk out loud. They might think out loud.
Yeah.
An introverted person, they don't. They think if you ask them a question, instead of them thinking about it out loud to you so you can know what they're thinking, they will go within themselves to think it over.
Oh, because that's like if certain people, it takes them like a couple more seconds to process information before they respond.
Right.
Yeah, I'm introverted because I actually like to think about what I'm about to say before I say it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm going to pull it out because this is going to be fun. I wanted to do this anyway. So if you're out there, okay, take this assessment yourself. Now, the only problem is you won't be able to calculate your score, but I can tell you, I can kind of guide you through it. So we got 6 minutes to do this, but I think this is really cool to talk about. All right, so let me do this.
Okay.
All right. So this is what's called an insight table. And this is a behavioral, it's called communication style exercise. That's what it is. What is your communication style? All right. So there are 4 columns. There's an A column, a B column, a C column, and a D column. Okay. So what I'm going to do from the A and B column, I'm going to give you 2 words. And you will tell me out of those 2 words, when things are going well, how, what you relate to.
Okay.
So for instance, between haphazard and patterned, which one are you?
Pattern. Haphazard.
Let me read the instructions for you. It says, from each horizontal pair below, circle the one that is most like you. Are you more haphazard, or you like patterns, or you like routine?
I like routine.
All right.
Because routine is a sense of order.
Right. I'm a circle. All right. So I'm going to say patterns. Okay. Are you more friendly, or you're more removed?
I'm friendly.
All right.
I feel like I'm a friendly person.
I do. I believe that. Okay. Are you more spontaneous or reasoned?
Reason, definitely.
All right.
You can't just go out there and do stuff.
See? All right. Are you unplanned or methodical?
Methodical, but I don't know. That's a hard one because I like to have a plan, because if you don't, plan to succeed, you're not gonna. If you don't have a plan, you can't move anywhere.
So
it was a quote that I was trying to recite, but I kind of failed.
Oh,
how does that quote go?
Which one?
If you don't have a plan for if you don't
plan for success, something.
Yeah, success is gonna fail, something like that, right?
We'll look it up.
Yeah.
But y'all know what we mean. So you're more methodical, right?
Yeah.
All right. This is fun. So you guys, if you're listening, do this with me. All right. Okay. Are you more enthusiastic or self-contained?
Can you give me an example of self-contained?
Self-contained is you're not really outward with your expressions. You might be excited, but nobody else is going to it.
I'm pretty self-contained.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty self-contained.
Okay. All right. Okay. Are you people-oriented or task-oriented? Are you a person who just likes those relationships, or are you a person who just likes to get stuff done?
I like people.
You like people? Okay.
Yeah.
Kayla, are you doing this too? Are you there? All right. I should give you one to do. Here, you do one.
And then she could tell us her results.
Tell us your results. Okay. All right. This is so fun, you guys. This is the kind of stuff I enjoy doing.
Surveys and personality surveys.
It's it's really cool. They have those ones on Facebook and stuff.
What superhero?
Right. People be doing that, and even if they don't post it, they know they still be sneaking and doing it. Because you want to know. This is all about finding out who you are. You want some type of affirmation or confirmation as to who you are. But we helping you tonight, right? Okay, so here we go. Are you more impulsive or planned?
Planned.
Okay. Are you more intimate or unapproachable? You have to pick one of those. I know.
Intimate
or unapproachable.
I'll say intimate.
All right.
I'm a lover.
Okay. Are you more laid back or disciplined?
Laid back.
All right. Are you unstructured or structured?
I'm I gotta choose one.
You do.
It's such a hard choice.
But it's guiding. So what it'll do is it'll help you kind of frame who what your behavior style is.
Let me see. I would say I'm pretty unstructured.
Unstructured. Well, look, honesty is best.
Yeah.
Be truthful about it so you can get the best results.
Humble.
Be humble. That's our theme for tonight. Forget everything else I said. We're going to talk about be yourself and be humble. How about that? We can talk about be grateful and be consistent and all the other stuff later. The reason why I say be aware, because sometimes when you're a nice person like I am, some people, I know I can tend to be naive about some things, but you got to pay attention to your surroundings. Everybody may not have your best interest at heart, and you have to be clear about that. And even if they being nice to you, you still have to be, use your intuition, because usually it's spot on. All right. So listen, we get ready to take a break. When we come back from the break, we're gonna finish Robbie's assessment. We still got 2 more minutes?
Yeah, we got 2 more minutes.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I saw the clock counting down. I was like, oh, okay. We getting ready to go on break. Well, never mind. We still got 2 minutes. All right. So let's finish up this part of Robbie's his assessment. All right. So are you more sociable or reticent?
I don't know that. I never heard that second
We gotta
word
look
before.
at that. I gotta make sure I even said it right. Huh? We're gonna look up reticent. Do anybody out there know what that means?
Text us. Call us.
Yeah, call us at 410-702-5657 or text us at 443 Text us at 443-642-9403. All right. So we're gonna skip that one until we get the definition. All right. Adaptable or firm?
Adaptable, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Are you informal or formal?
Informal.
All right. Are you passionate or rational?
I'm pretty passionate about what I want to be passionate about.
All right.
If I'm passionate about something, like I'm gonna.
Yeah, you're gonna get it done.
Yeah.
You're gonna make sure it's right. Are you easygoing or demanding?
Easygoing.
All right. Are you open or do you hold back?
I guess I would say I'm an open person.
You open, okay. Are you unfocused or directed?
Wait, what do you mean by directed? Like I already know what to do.
You have your plan in mind.
I am so unfocused.
Okay, so you're unfocused.
Yeah, my mind be going like 30 different directions sometimes.
Okay, so are you freewheeling, like not willing, freewheeling, or controlled?
Controlled.
All right, so we got to get ready to go on break for real this time. When we come back, we still got 2 more columns that we got to do on Robbie's assessment, his communication style exercise. That's what we're doing. So if you're listening, you gotta do it too. All right, you're listening to the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show here live on BeExposedRadio.com. In the building, we have live Mr. Michael Ryder. There we go. And Mr. Steve Yarn. They're doing a partnership based on what was it again? The stories of the Vulcan Blazers. An awesome production that they have coming up. And now the name of it will be called
Baltimore Heat.
There we go. They were telling us a little bit about they're in the pre-production phase of developing this Baltimore-based production. It seems like a really awesome idea, and I always love for more artistic events to come here, and because it's more of an event because you guys are going to actually use Baltimore as your complete backdrop of the city, and that's very awesome to hear.
Yeah, we want people to fall in love with this project through the visions and the tales we're going to tell about these firefighters, but also we want them to fall in love with the city of Baltimore. Just like they did with Miami Vice and Chicago Fire and NYPD Blue and
Sex in the City,
and all these other places that have the city as a star as much as the artists and the actors are.
And
that's
Baltimore has for many years have been the backdrops of many movies. I could think of a few Whoopi Goldberg movies, Sleepless in Seattle. A lot of these movies that have always used Baltimore as a scene, not to mention The Wire and Homicide and countless other movies, House of Cards, all these movies and television shows have always used it, but it was never really about Baltimore. They always included Baltimore in the story or the backdrops or certain historical scenery,
things they absolutely needed to say.
But it never
House of Cards actually shoots in Baltimore. But they're saying that it's Washington D.C.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're shooting here and not even giving us credit for the places we're here.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artists, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
How did you know that this is what you wanted to do as far as being a singer or entertainer?
It's always been in me. It's always been a part of who I am since a child. Since a child, I've always gotten karaoke boxes, and I've always learned this song and solos in school and all of those things. And I met my Reflections actually in high school, and we were singing and we were singing back then, choral music.
Douglas High School.
Yes, quick, come on through here. So
2 G's in a day pass.
Okay, 2 G's in a bus pass, baby. It used to be, of course. It was destined. I feel like it was destined. My whole family sings. Everyone in my circle sings. This is like I just couldn't get away from it. I'm always gonna sing.
Where did your personality come from? Are you always this crazy?
Yes.
Yes, crazy.
Right? I woke up like this.
Okay.
And went to sleep like it too.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artists, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
All right, everybody, we're back. You're listening to the Be Inspired Radio Show only on BeExposedRadio.com. I am your host, Miss Be Inspired, and I want to say hello again to all of my Be Inspired fam that's watching by Facebook Live. How you doing, y'all? We are live right now. I love all of y'all for listening and for tuning in. We are doing a communication style exercise because we're talking about the Be series. Be yourself and be humble. But before you can be yourself, you got to know yourself. You have to know yourself. So we taking this opportunity to figure that out. So right now we're taking a communication style exercise. So Robbie, I'm asking him the questions and he's telling me what characteristic best fits him. It's kind of fun. And Kayla already took it too. And I already took it too. So let's finish up Robbie's his assessment. All right. So we still got to figure out what reticent is. Do any of you know what reticent is? I have no idea. It's RETIC as in Charlie, EN as in Nancy, T. Do you know what that is? I have no idea. I have no clue. But we're going to look at
Oh, okay. So
you know what it is?
reticent means not revealing one's thoughts or feelings readily.
Okay, so are you that? Are you sociable or are you reticent?
Okay, so here's the thing about that, right? Like, I don't have a problem like sharing my emotions, but most of the time when people ask me like what's wrong, I'll say like I don't really know.
Yeah.
Because I don't really know how to like describe how I'm feeling most of the time.
So you're probably reticent.
Yeah.
You're not easily to share your feelings with
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna circle this.
Okay.
All right. So you guys, are you listening? Are you listening? You should take this assessment with me while I'm doing it. You take it too. All right. So are you quick paced or slow paced?
I'm gonna say I'm slow paced because I really like it's no rush, and then most of the time Oh, most of the time when you rush, you end up messing something up. So.
All right. Are you decisive or are you cautious? How about you? You guys out there on Facebook Live, are you decisive or are you cautious? Are you easy to make decisions or you take a little bit of time to do that? So which one are you, Robbie? Are you decisive or are you cautious?
I'll say I'm decisive because most of the time when you have two options in front of you, most of the time it's not a hard choice. You already know what you need to do.
Okay. Are you debating or agreeing? Are you debating or agreeing? What do you guys think?
I would say I'm a debater.
You're a debater. Okay. All right. Are you adventurous or unassuming? I know that one's tough.
Adventurous. I'm adventurous.
Yeah, I think you are.
I'm willing to
too.
try anything.
I was about to say, I think you're an adventurous person.
Yeah.
I think you try new things. Unassuming people are like, I don't know about that.
I don't want to do it. If I ain't never did it, I don't
Right.
want to do it. But if you
I'm
never
stick
do
to
it,
what I know. Right.
if you never do it, then how you
You
gonna
might
know?
come up with you might discover the best joy of your life or a hobby that you've always wanted to do. You gotta try new things. Do you guys try new things? I know I do from time to time, depending on what it is. But yes. Okay. So are you loud or soft spoken?
Soft spoken.
Okay. Are you reactive or proactive?
Reactive.
Okay. Are you a risk taker? I think you are. Or do you avoid risk?
You think I'm a risk taker?
I mean, see, the thing about it is people get it confused. Risk taking is not a bad thing. And risk could be it could be looked at negative or it could be looked at as something good, like an opportunity.
You know what? I'm going to say I'm a risk taker.
Yeah.
Because I don't have no problem like walking up to like a random person.
Yeah.
And then telling them about some stuff and be like, hey, do you want to, I'll take a risk. Like, you want to do this or you don't want to do it?
You know what? But it kind of goes hand in hand with the adventurous part of you.
Yeah.
You have to be a risk taker to be adventurous.
Mm-hmm.
If you stepping out there doing something you've never done before, you're taking a risk, right? Yeah. All right. So we're getting ready to take another break. When we come back, we're going to finish up Robbie's assessment, and then we're going to find out what his communication style is. Ooh. So you got to stay tuned to the Be Inspired Radio Show only on BeExposedRadio.com.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom.
I wanted to talk to you about something and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs.
Hey, guys, check out my new video game. Wait, Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd
on.
you say? Wait a second, huh?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Okay, so just type the job website address here. That's it. Then you enter what job you're looking for there.
Electrician. This is Peter. Recently, he got help going on the internet for the first time to look for a new job.
Okay, then you just hit search and...
In the past, Peter's gotten work through people he knew, but he heard there were more jobs online.
There we go.
These are all for me?
Uh-huh.
Really? He had no idea just how many. I can't believe it. This one looks good. Peter is thinking the internet might be for him after all.
And this is just one website.
Wow. Why didn't I do this sooner? See what the internet can help you do at everyoneon.org or call 1-855-387-9166 to find a free training class near you. Brought to you by Connect to Compete and the Ad Council.
You're struggling with your mortgage. You think about it. You don't do anything but think about it.
What are we going to do if we lose the house? Where are we going to go?
At work.
I can't let anybody find out. I'm so embarrassed.
At dinner.
How can we tell the kids? It's going to wreck their lives.
And at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get through this. What's going to happen to us?
It's time to stop thinking. It's time to start dialing. Call 1-888-995-HOPE for a free government program that offers expert one-on-one advice about your mortgage options.
I'm all alone.
No, you're not. We've helped over 1 million homeowners, and we want to help you. And now there are more ways to help. Call 1-888-995-HOPE or visit makinghomeaffordable.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Treasury, HUD, and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. I have double duty, so I'm talking to you guys, and I'm also talking to my Facebook Live family. We're just keeping it all love, all love. But I wanted to tell you again, TGIW, welcome to the Be Inspired Radio Show. I am your host, Miss Be Inspired. And I forgot to tell y'all, too, my co-host isn't here, Jabril Morris. He's not here, but I have Robbie with me.
Yay.
And he's so wonderful. And we have good conversation. But you know what I get to do? We are taking this assessment right now to figure out what type of person Robbie is, what his communication style is. All right. So here we go. We're almost there, Robbie. Okay. After we finish, then we got to calculate it and then figure out who you are. All right.
Some number crunching.
Yes, number crunching. Analytics like that. If you're an analytical person, then you're the type of person who like numbers, probably like an accountant or something like that, which is not my forte. I am not a numbers person. I am analytical because I think about things a lot, but I could do without the numbers part. Okay, so here we go. Are you self-promoting or reserved?
Reserved.
Okay.
Be humble.
Yes, be humble.
Hashtag
be humble. We need to put that up on social media. We will do that. We'll do that on the break. All right. Are you talkative or quiet? I don't think you're talkative.
No, I'm not talkative.
Yeah. Are you controlling or accommodating?
Accommodating.
Okay. Are you declarative or questioning?
Questioning.
Okay. Are you candid or secretive? Ooh.
I want to say I'm secretive.
Okay. And we have, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. So we're almost there, you guys.
Is this the end of the whole?
Yeah. So we're going to tally up. I know it is kind of fun. Once you get into it, it's really, really fun. All right. Are you contentious or accepting?
I'm gonna go with contentious.
Okay. And listen, don't be ashamed if we had to look up a couple of these words. I'm gonna say that we did, like reticent. We had no idea. None of us in here we were like, wait a minute, we need to re-up on our vocabulary. We didn't know what reticent was.
Have a library. I mean, not a library. Have a dictionary on deck.
Have a dictionary, right? Well, you know, you got the phone. The phone has everything on it. Well, contentious. Well, let's look that up.
Wait, what was that last one?
Which one?
I just looked up contentious. I don't think I want to.
What is it? What is it?
Causing or likely to cause an argument.
Oh no, you're not. You're accepting.
Yeah, I'm accepting. I don't cause arguments.
So you're not contentious. So let me put an X next to that. So contentious means you're the type of person who would cause an argument. Are you like that? Contentious? Or are you accepting when you get into an argument? I guess for some people it depends, but you can only pick one of the two in this assessment.
It's funny because like I wasn't really arguing, but I was debating with one of my coworkers earlier about how to do a specific assignment.
Yeah.
And then after a while, I was just like, I'm not getting through to you.
Right.
So you can just do it your way.
Yeah. So. I wonder what type of communication style she had. See, that's why these assessments are good because it not only helps you figure out how you are, but if other people do it, you can figure out how they communicate and you can do a better job of, you know, collaborating with them, because a lot of time we misunderstand each other. We misunderstand how each other communicates what we need, and when we do that, it makes things a little difficult, you know. All right, so let's finish up. All right, are you unyielding or yielding?
Yielding.
Okay. All right.
I can yield.
And don't think about it too hard, you guys. You just got to pick one. Whatever one you feel works best for you. That's the one you have to pick. Okay. Are you assertive or restrained?
Restrained.
Are you bold or modest?
Modest.
Okay. And if you can't tell, I'm giving Robbie the test. So he's answering all of this. And we're going to tally it up, and then we're going to figure out what type of communication style he has. All right. Do you tend to move toward or evade?
I tend to move away.
Okay. Evade. Yeah. Are you competitive or collaborative?
Collaborative.
Okay. All right. So we're finished. So we have 2 assessments to do. We have to do Kayla's. Put the camera on yourself, Kayla, so they can see you.
Yay, Kayla.
Kayla.
Yay.
That's my beautiful assistant. And Robbie. Let me see if I can get Robbie. Can we get Robbie? Hold on. I'm gonna let y'all see Robbie for y'all that's on Facebook Live. Can y'all see him?
Hello.
That's our engineer. He's taking the test too. All right, here we go. All right, so we're going to tally it up. So we might get quiet for like a minute. All right. Well, not a minute, but just for a few seconds so we can tally it up. So this is how you tally up your scores. You count the number that you got in column A and count the number that you got in column B. So Robbie, you got, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Can you tally it up? I got to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm tallying it up right now. And then in column B, Robbie got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Now this is for all you analytics out there. If you like math, we're adding it up right here. All right. So what you do is you subtract B from A. So it might be a negative number. That's fine. And we're not getting into algebra enough, or anything. We're just calculating our scores from our personality test. All right. So wait a minute. I might need a calculator because we got to do negative numbers. I'm gonna use the calculator on a computer. Huh? It's 7 minus 11. Yep, there we go. -4. See, that's why you need a young mind in the room. Don't laugh. Don't laugh at me. I know y'all laughing at me. Don't laugh at me. All right, so -4. And so in column C, he got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then in column D, he got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. These kind of personality tests are fun. We were talking about it because a lot of times people take the little personality tests that they have on Facebook, like what superhero are you most like? And, what do you like? Or what kind of storm are you like? All of those are still personality type tests. They really are. And all of us want to know, like, what type of person we are. We're all looking for affirmation in some kind of way, or to confirm who we are. We think we know, but we like to have a little affirmation or confirmation as to who we are. All right, so 5 minus 14. No. Okay, C from D. 5 minus 14. You got it, Kayla. -9. All right. So Robbie went downstairs to get Dr. D, who's going to be here in a few minutes, and she's a psychologist. So this is actually right on point. And I'm going to ask her what she thinks about this communication style exercise, this personality exercise, and she'll give us her honest opinion about it. But so Robbie got a -4. So that puts him over -4 and a -7. Huh, interesting. He's over here. I think he's more, let me see, a -9 at a -4. Interesting. Where do you think you fall in that quadrant? We're looking at it right now. This is the test we're taking, you guys. If you can't see it. It's called Communication Style Exercise. And this is for everybody that's on Facebook Live. We're showing them the test that we're taking. And everybody, if you're listening, it's right here. Communication Style Exercise. All right. So Robbie, we came up with your score. You are right in, let me see, quadrant. You're a -9 and a -4. So that puts you right in. You are a driving, amiable person. So we had to look up what that means. I was kind of shocked by that though at first. What you got? 5 and 13? Let me see. Did you do this? Oh, no. If you got 0, that means you're right on the little thing right there, the axis. And -8. Okay, so -8. So that puts you down here. So you're driving. You're also this driving, and you're nice. So basically, that's what it is. All right. So let's look at the list. So they'll tell us. All right. So if you are a driver, that's your communication style. You are direct, extroverted, thinking, you're business-like, you're functional, you're busy, you're formal, you're efficient, you're structured, you're fast, decisive, all those things that people think make them a great leader. And it's kind of funny because, I think you need to have a little bit of each kind of personality style to be a good leader. When we was in this class, he was saying that you really need to be in the middle and kind of have all of those points to be a good leader. You shouldn't be more of one thing. But if you are, a good leader knows to get other people around them with the personality styles that they don't have to kind of complement what they have. Like if you have a team of just analytics, you'll never get nothing done. People that just analyzing the heck out of everything. Like, oh my God, this Deborah is this Deborah. And they're thinking the things over and over and over and never come to a decision. Well, you need a person that has a driving type personality, because what they're going to do is make sure it gets done. Like, okay, you guys, I think enough is enough. Let's just make it happen, So that type of person is very successful. And they are considered to be leaders and competitive. But if you're an expressive type person, I ended up being an expressive type person. Direct. I'm also extroverted, feeling, fashionable. What's funny about this, I told you guys before, I kind of evolved into this person that I am now, because some years ago, it wasn't the case. Like, people would look at me and be like, you're extremely shy, or you're too shy. And that was only a shell of who I was. That's who I became because of some of the things that I encountered in my life. So, but as life went on and I started to take the time to figure out who I was, I actually became my true self. So I kind of evolved into this person. But if you're an expressive type person, you're friendly, you're spontaneous, you like relationships, you like recognition, flexible, your status, relationships. For me, I was an expressive and an analytic. So I go in between those. Sometimes you'll find that those personality types do cross. You might not be all one thing. You might be a little of this and you might be a little of something else. So the point of the reason why we did this is we're talking about be yourself. And before you can be yourself, you have to know yourself. And the reason why we did this little exercise is this is just an example of some of the things that you can do to get to know who you are and be comfortable with that and be okay with the fact that you are unique. Hello? You are unique, and that is okay. And you can't be so absorbed with, when you become comfortable with who you are, you will do that without apology. Pretty much. You'll do that without apology. You'll be okay with who you are, and that's that. And you would hope that people would like that about you. But sometimes, you can't control how others feel. You have to take the time to learn who you are so that you can work on the relationships that you have with others. So what we're going to do is take another break. When we come back, we're going to dive in and tell Robbie, because he's been a little bit busy. He has some other things he had to do. He wears more than one hat. So when he comes back, we're going to tell him exactly what his personality type is. Ooh, so come back after the break, and you are listening to the Be Inspired Radio Show only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Joining us right now is Mr. Antonio Long. He was one of our first See Baltimore artists. That tour is actually under construction, and we're doing some revamping and making sure the foundation is solid.
Yes.
So we haven't forgotten about it. So December, we kind of took a pause, and we'll be back up and running in January. My mind is gone. Food. I need food. If you're in the downtown Baltimore area and you have a cheeseburger in your hand, definitely stop past the studio. Give me a call and let me know where you are, and I'll meet you wherever you are. But Antonio Long is joining us in the building. He's a singer, inspirational, not necessarily gospel, not necessarily R&B, but encompassed of both of them. Yeah. So let us know a little bit about who you are, what you do.
Singer, writer, recording artist. And I just like to make good music.
There we go.
From Baltimore.
So possibly we'll hear a little bit of it live if he's not afraid, because we throw people under the bus.
Yeah.
Talent wise.
No doubt.
On this show. We got to see if you got the chops to sink or swim.
Okay.
We do it. We don't hold back here. We don't hold back here. But we'll definitely try to hear from him a couple more segments. So let us know about your music. So do you have an EP coming out, or is it one in the making?
I just released the EP actually October 28th.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's called Life. Yeah.
So what was it like making that?
It was fun. This is my first it's 8 songs on the project.
Okay.
So it's kind of a little more lengthy than your typical EP. But I put out a mixtape last year, but this is my first official project.
Okay.
Everything else has been singles. So
so you're singing your own music?
I'm singing my own music.
Did you write it?
All original music. Yeah.
Okay.
And it was fun. The creative process was fun. I worked with Junior Lee.
Okay.
With Faith Junkie Productions. He's based out of Delaware.
Okay.
And it was fun. I was going up there. 2-3 times.
It was business because it's your money on the line.
Definitely.
Right.
No major labels.
Yeah, no doubt. It was fun. It gave me. It's more work than what I expected. Honestly, because
you're doing a bunch of different. You're writing and the performer in it, so that's 2 big jobs right there.
Yeah, it was definitely. But creatively, it was great. It was great collaborations. I also worked with Anthony Johnson. He produced a song off of the EP. He's from Virginia, and I worked with So For Real Productions.
You deal with some legit individuals. Okay.
Yeah. So.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
On the happy hour.
One of the questions I definitely wanted to ask you is, because everyone knows that mother, father, sister, brother, cousin that knows how to do tax. Usually that's that person, me. I'm joking.
But seriously.
Right?
But seriously.
And they end up going to these people, getting their taxes done for maybe $20, $50, a dime bag, whatever. And then the next year they realize they owe like $10,000-$15,000. Can you break us down the do's and don'ts when it comes to taxes?
Well, let me say this first. You got to remember, like Mama used to say, you're going to get what you paid for.
Yeah.
Okay. The do's and the don'ts. Seek out information. Just don't say, oh, okay, well, because I've seen professional tax preparers get people all this money back, and IRS lock her up, lock them up,
like Pookie and Craig.
And I'm talking about police department, fire department, all of them. And then they had to come to me to fix it. You know what I'm saying? So the do's and the don'ts of it, if you have a dependent, make sure that you can claim that dependent.
Got it.
Even if the dependent is your mother, If it's a
claim
parent,
my
it's a
mama.
brother.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
The Be Inspired Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. I am your host, Miss Be Inspired, TGIW. If you're just tuning in, we are talking about be yourself and be humble. So part of be yourself is before you can really be yourself, you need to know yourself, know who you are. And so we did something fun on the show. We took an assessment, a communication style exercise. And this exercise actually came from a training that I just took. It's called Leveraging the Customer Relationship. And part of being able to work effectively with other people is also knowing who you are and how you communicate and your personality style. And then it's also helpful because you can figure out maybe how other people are as well and make adjustments where necessary. When you're building relationships, it's important to take into consideration how that other person is. You know, who they are, what makes them tick, some of their pressure points, things like that, so that you can make the most out of a relationship that you have with people. And so one of the things we were doing is we were identifying some of those communication styles. Kayla took the test. Robbie took the test. And we were trying to figure out how this little chart works now, because it can be a little confusing, you know, and for a person who doesn't like math, you got to sit here and do some subtracting and then get negative numbers and all that kind of stuff like that. And that could be a turn off. All you want the thing to do is say, all right, you got this, so this makes you this, right? All this calculating and stuff. But anyway, the test is very helpful. So Robbie got a -4 and a -9, which I thought was really cool. A -4 and a -9. Not that it's negative, but it landed somewhere that I thought was very unique. Yeah, you're going down. Okay. All right. All right. All right. See you, Mecca. Can you hear me? She's in the studio, the Happy Hour radio show in the building. All right. So, yeah, she can come in if she wants. That's fine. She can come in. All right. So we got Dr. D in the house, you guys, breaking barriers. Dr. D, breaking barriers.
While she's running to the bathroom, can I get my results?
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Okay.
So you got a -9 and a -4, which puts you in the driving. No. You are, I don't know. You are you got 2 negative numbers. So that puts you down in the driving amiable quadrant. So you're less assertive, which isn't bad. It just means that's just who you are.
Yeah.
So you got, so I'll tell you what the driver is. How many minutes we got? Okay. So driver, you are direct. You are, you see, I'm trying to look at the things in here that actually fits with who you are, but you're definitely direct. You are amiable. So you do think about other people. You like maintaining relationships.
That's true.
See, I told you. You're pleasant.
That's also true.
Okay. You're liked.
That's
see.
hopefully true.
You are definitely you're relaxed.
I am.
Yeah. You're informal.
I am.
See? Introverted.
True.
Aha.
It's so
Isn't it
correct.
right on point?
Yeah, that's me. That's
but
like totally
when it's
me.
necessary, you take charge.
I do.
Yep. You can be business minded. Like, let's get this done.
Mm-hmm.
Ha. These tests
Wow.
are good, aren't
They hit
they?
it right on the head.
Right,
That's exactly how I
I
am.
know.
So
I
cool.
know. Yep. So,
Did she,
okay, all right. Now you got to do you, Kayla. What's yours? You say you are.
She got talking to the mic.
Yeah. Oh, you talking to the mic. Can you talk into the mic? She's like,
I got 0, -8.
Okay, so 0, negative. Like you right on the line.
I'm either driving amiable or analytical expressive.
Yeah, you fall in between these, which is unique. That's not a bad thing because you can draw from either way. You can go either way.
Yeah. Basically.
Interesting. I am an analytical expressive. Can you believe that? I actually evolved into being that. I mean, I've always, analytical, yeah, because I can be, let me see, where is it? Analytical. I can be introverted at times, but I could be very extroverted at times too. I go between the two. I'm definitely fashionable and stylish. You know, they got that one right. You know, stimulating, personable, friendly, you know. But then sometimes I do become very withdrawn, which is true. I guess when I feel, when I'm in trouble, that's when I become like that. Or when I'm in a uncomfortable situation, I become withdrawn. And I'll think internally. Like when things are doing fine, I'm talking out loud. I'm you know, thinking out loud. But yeah. Oh, and we get ready to go on break, Robbie. Do we have a couple more minutes? Okay. All right. So we good? We going on commercial break? All right. So we get ready to take a break right now. And when we come back, we have Breaking Barriers with Dr. D. She's in the building right now. Right now. All right.
You're struggling with your mortgage. You think about it. You don't do anything but think about it.
What are we going to do if we lose the house? Where are we going to go?
At work.
I can't let anybody find out. I'm so embarrassed.
At dinner.
How can I tell the kids? It's going to wreck their lives.
And at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get through this. What's going to happen to us?
It's time to stop thinking. It's time to start dialing. Call 1-888-995-HOPE for a free government program that offers expert one-on-one advice about your mortgage options.
I'm all alone.
No, you're not. We've helped over 1 million homeowners, and we want to help you. And now there are more ways to help. Call 1-888-995-HOPE or visit makinghomeaffordable.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Treasury, HUD, and the Ad Council.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the four walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable, but how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Yes, it is Wednesday, May the...
Only in the forest can you see this. And this. And this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
I didn't know it could do that!
Because one trip to the forest can spark a world of difference.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go, like hiking, canoeing, fishing, or camping. Or create your own adventure with family and friends, and you might just see this. Your moment's out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Steven.
Who said that?
Me, down here.
What are you, a yellow booger?
I'm a banana slug, Steven.
Well, what are you doing in my room?
I'm your sense of adventure. Don't you remember me? Don't you know that we miss you?
Miss me? Who misses me?
You know, all your friends in the forest.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome to BeExposedRadio.com. This is Dr. D opening up with Breaking Barriers. This is that portion of the Be Inspired radio show that addresses who you are. We were just dealing earlier with the being free to be me and being able to know who I am authentically so that the world around me can benefit from all of the beauty that I bring to life. And I want to even just start at that juncture because many of us have suffered from barriers that deal with negative things that have been said to us, that have been spoken of over us, that have been experienced by us in our weakest moments. And as a result, we have taken on an identity and a definition that is very limited, very inferior, and that basically speaks to me being deficient. And one of the things that I believe that has to be a habit, a daily habit that we adopt in our lives is to speak life over ourselves. Part of how we release the riches that are inside of us, and all of us are blessed with those riches. We are fearfully and wonderfully made, and everything about us was not an accident, and it was always designed for a wonderful purpose. Is that in spite of the negative messages, the feelings that I may have, I need to talk my way into my destiny and out of the pit of despair, inferiority, and deficiency. It's a decision you have to make. You know, we all have capabilities of thinking, speaking, feeling, emoting, or having emotions. We have all of these faculties, as we call them, human abilities. And out of all of them, the one that we have the most control over is our words. I may not be able to choose what I feel on a daily basis. I may wake up on the wrong side of the bed, and I may feel just frazzled or feel negative. And, you know, women, we have these seasons of our lives. Sometimes it's monthly, sometimes it's after a certain age where hormones are just kicking and making us feel a whole lot of things. And we also sometimes experience thoughts that race, that are just negative messages, either coming from the world around us, or from our jobs, or from what we experienced as a young person or as a child from our parents. And these thoughts that race, sometimes we can control them, but sometimes it feels that it's hard to cut them off. But when it comes down to our words, we can control what we say. And there is a proverb that says that in your words are life, that the power of life and death is in the tongue. And I think that that's a wonderful insight, because it means that even when I'm feeling death, and even when I'm thinking death, if I speak life, I'm actually releasing the power to reverse that direction of my thoughts and of my feelings, and ultimately of my life. That therein lies a major secret. Before coming in, you all were talking about insights, about communication styles, and ways that we exist in the world, and ways that we are able to communicate with one another, and understanding our language versus another individual's language, and touching on a very important aspect of breaking barriers, which is self-awareness. Self-awareness. If I don't know myself, then I can't address those things that will build me up and improve myself. It doesn't mean I'm so self-conscious that I can't deal with other people. I don't have any insight on other people, but the truth of the matter is, when we deal with life and the things that we can control, no matter how difficult the situation, no matter how difficult people are, the truth of the matter is, I can't control other people. I oftentimes cannot control circumstances, but I can control myself. I can address things about myself. Stressors in life, I may not be able to control their occurrence, but my response and how I think about them is something that I can control. So when we deal with this whole aspect of my style of communicating, that touches on the inborn, custom designed way I was made in order to exist in this world. All of us have a unique contribution to the collage of life and of the world around us. And so part of me breaking barriers and leading that life that is beyond the limits, and that life that is abundant and positive and free, is that I must understand my design, who I am. And with that, I also can understand the strengths and the weaknesses that are associated with who I am. For example, if I am the power broker, the individual who is I see on here, the red driver, okay? That's the individual who can take control, and that can be very comfortable with being assertive and aggressive and being able to take charge. There's some literature that's out that describes these individuals in terms of the lion, and in terms of animals, the lion is the king of the jungle. He's the king of the animal kingdom, and wherever a lion is, truth of the matter is, you're going to pay attention to the lion. He was made to roar. He was made to take authority. There is absolutely nothing wrong with the ability of a lion to take control, and you may be a lion or a lioness inwardly. But the truth is that existing in that frame, you have a balance, a strengths and weaknesses that are associated with who you are. And if you can learn to be aware and manage those areas, then it will enable you to, again, be a blessing and a contributor to the world around you, as opposed to being an individual that scares people away. I don't know if you have met folk that they scare folk because they have not yet learned to manage that lion or lioness in them that can be very aggressive. Everything involves self-discipline. This is just the truth of life. So if you're a lion, take time to question, what are the strengths of my lion-like nature? What benefits do I bring to the world around me in being a lion? Because there's going to be some good parts of that. And then on the other hand, what sides of me need to be managed? And if they're not, how does that create more problems for me than blessings and positiveness? How may I turn that around? So the lioness or the lion may need to be able to learn how not to always be in control. The truth of the matter is, none of us can be 100% in control. So you may be the one who has to learn, how do I manage myself? I may find myself being very irritated when I'm in a group situation and I can't take charge, or, I sort of want to dominate and maybe move the conversation in my direction at the expense of the world around me. So how is it that I can manage this where that ability is being used for the good and not to satisfy that need I have for control? I'm going to ask that you and welcome you to call in on this discussion, because many of you may either know a lion or a lioness. You may be married to one. parents. You may have some children that are lions or lionesses. And we welcome you to call in and ask your questions or make your comments, give your insights as to what you've learned. The live call-in is 410-702-5657. That's 410-702-5657. Or you may text your comment or question into 443-642-9403. That's 443-642-9403. So I talked a little bit about the lioness, and I don't know whether anyone wants to say anything about in the studio, whether or not you either have a lion in you or whether you have encountered lions in your life as it relates to it, and what you found to be the strengths and the weaknesses of that individual.
Oh man, that's a good question. I guess for me, I guess I've seen the lion or lioness nature in leadership at my job. In fact, I've heard it also been being called shark.
Okay. Yes.
And it was funny because I remember thinking I had a supervisor who was totally type A and wanted everybody on the team to be type A. And she was saying, "Oh, we're all sharks around here. We're all sharks. We get it done." I said, okay. I said, well, I don't know if having a shark, having an all shark team is that smart. I said, you guys you're going to end up gobbling each other up,
Yes.
because you're all trying to be first. You're all trying to be at the top. You're all trying to finish first, So I think personally that, we need all personality types on a team to balance each other out. But I usually see that, lioness type personality in leadership positions. But the other thing is I've also seen lion and lioness who have suppressed that. And and it's kind of bad because when they get backed up into a situation that's uncomfortable, that's when it comes out. But that's who they are by nature, but they've suppressed that for so long and they don't know how to place it.
Do you think that
maybe?
Well, no, you're touching on a very important point, because I think that gets into women's issues,
right?
In terms of for whom is it okay to be a lion, or maybe socially in settings, especially in corporate America, it's okay for us to be lions, which would be the male, but a lioness means that okay, this is a little non-feminine, or this is a little away from what we ought to be. So you find that women who were literally born to be leaders in terms of the take control, because it's not associated with quote unquote the defined socialized woman, can suppress that part because it's considered quote unquote wrong.
I agree with that. I've seen that happen in a lot of like cultural differences too. We talked about this in our class today, in the communication style class, that culture has a lot to do with it too. If you come from a region, especially if you're coming from another country, you're coming into the US, women may not be allowed to speak or to show that type of strength. That has been suppressed. So they may really be a lioness leader type person, but because they grew up in that environment, they've never been able to express that. They get here to the US and they may be presented with opportunity to do that, but they don't know how to, because that part of them has been suppressed so much. So it could be, like you said, cultural differences, just differences in how people were raised in terms of the roles that men versus women should play. Yeah, those are my thoughts.
and finding that balance is a very key piece. One of the concepts that we use in even dealing with youth, because I'm going to go to emotions that are oftentimes associated with the lion or the lioness. And I'm just using that as an example to be able to help people spark your interest in learning who you are, given that you've done this insights table. But that an emotion that is common with the lioness is one of aggressiveness and possibly anger. Okay, that red driver type of characteristic, where when things don't go my way, I become angry. And again, it's the management of the emotion that becomes important, so that I am not controlled by whatever are those traits in me, but I am learning how to control them myself. And in so doing, realizing that when we talked about the whole stress management piece within the last couple of weeks, and we dealt with the whole right brain, left brain piece, what we dealt with is that there are other sides of me. There's more than one way to solve a problem. So when I am dominant in a particular area, and again, I'm just using the lioness and the lion as one, because that is a very noted area that people can struggle with, is that I learned that there's not just one way to solve a problem, being direct, being aggressive, that I also want to develop other sides of me. And a concept of developing the different sides of me is what I call it. You know, when you go to become fit, you don't just work your shoulders, and you don't just work your arms, you don't just work your legs, you don't just work your core. It's when you work the whole of you that you're able to break through to another level of health and of fitness. Well, it's the same thing when it comes down to our temperament or our inborn disposition to the world around us, that you come in strong in a particular area. Some people are pleasers. We call pleasers in animal world, we call pleasers the golden retriever, the one who's very loyal and always there, wants everybody to be happy. The entertainer is the otter. That's the one that just wants everybody to just have a good old time, so they can always be counted on to get you laughing. And then you have the beaver, who is the task-oriented individual that is always getting things done. And you need all of these, and we all have a little bit of that in each one of us. So even as we're dealing with the whole breaking barriers piece in our lives, begin to look at where I can grow in areas, what aspect I need to grow in, even as I'm dealing with the red driver, yellow expressive, green amiable, and blue analytic. How can I strengthen those areas that are weak? We're getting ready to take a break and hope to have you call in and hear from you as we're dealing with breaking barriers.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
I don't like stuff in my mouth. Is that what you was talking about?
It's in this commercial closing.
No, seriously, I don't. I'm a germaphobe. Everything on your body is dirty.
Everything.
So I'm damn sure I ain't gonna put it in my mouth. That's probably why I'm single. Thank you.
Is that lies? But
somebody slapped me on my face with one before. I had to get up and go wash my face. I was done. I said, "Don't! How dare you? You filthy ass animal! Get the hell out of my house!" It was a problem because it's like clearly you don't remember when I met you. I checked your teeth to make sure you had them all. Because that's a problem for me too, your dental hygiene. Because if you're missing a tooth in the front, that means you don't brush your teeth at all. I'm sorry. And I know Jabro just had that tooth missing and all, but if I would have met him on the road and, you know, he would have been trying to like, I'd have been like, what's going on? At least you could have did was break a Tic Tac in half and put it up there when you met me. You just can't be coming to me with no sharp teeth. It's not okay.
Check out the Talk Lately show every Tuesday nights from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here
Hey
on Be
everybody,
Exposed
check
Radio.
out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show. So how important is it for you to have an organization like that and having a child of your own? How does that influence your ability to do the Impact organization?
It influences a lot. It's a little bit challenging because a lot of times people will say, oh, like, you have to practice what you preach, right? So if I'm telling my daughter and I'm raising her under the Impact principles and I'm telling other mothers to do this, I have to do the same thing with my child, which is kind of testy a little bit, but I see a lot of development with her. Her leadership, she's only 4. And when I say she has some awesome leadership qualifications, I mean awesome. It's little things that we can observe with our kids, right?
Right.
For instance, when we take them to the park, she brings out a toy and other people wants to play with them. She's only child, by the way. She's not going to say, no, you can't play. Only play with this tired person. She takes the leader in the upper road and be like, okay, well, let's all take turns. So everybody get in the line. Okay, now you go first. Okay, now you go first. And she makes herself last. And that's what I want to see in, that's what I would like to see in all kids. And she's only 4. And when I see those leadership qualifications, of course I have to praise her because I'm like, awesome, London, you're being a really good leader. So, it's amazing and it works. I mean, it really works, my child. And I'm not saying she's a perfect child because there's no such thing as a perfect child. But when you instill Impact principles into your child and, especially at a young age, it influences their everyday life. Even her teachers are telling me, like, I can see the work that you're doing with her for a single mom. Thank you. Like, they're just thanking me. And that's a blessing as well.
And I think really what it is that our youth just needs that kind of guidance. That's it. Once they have an example, someone that they can follow or someone that they see doing something great or maybe doing something similar, that right there is a catalyst for their success.
Yep, absolutely. And, it also goes with the mom as well. The mom and the dad.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We're back. You're listening to the Be Inspired Radio Show only on BeExposedRadio.com. Right now, we are in the Breaking Barriers segment with Dr. D. We are pulling it all together, talking about be yourself, be humble, figuring out exactly who you are so you can be yourself. And then we're pulling it all in to identification of yourself, being comfortable with yourself, and we're finishing up that conversation right now with Dr. D. So, Dr. D, I'm turning it over to you.
Well, thank you. This has just been a pleasure to talk about knowing and knowing yourself and building self-awareness. I remember a statement that was made in a leadership training that I went to when I was a few years ago. We'll just say a few years ago. And it said, if you only have a hammer, you'll treat everything like a nail. And basically, if you think about that, what it means is that if you only have one tool, then you will solve problems, all problems with that same tool as if that's the tool that's needed. But if you notice that with tools, with anybody who does any kind of mechanics, they have screwdrivers, you have wrenches, you have pliers, because all of these serve a different purpose. So a lot of what we're dealing with in understanding who you are addressing the tool that you're inclined to use and the tools that you need to learn to use, because there is not just one way to solve a problem, and all problems don't call for the same tools. Many individuals get stuck in their relationships, stuck in their success, whether it be on the job, in school, in their neighborhoods, because they are only using one tool, one approach to solving all problems, and you will fail in life that way. It's self-defeating.
I had a point to that. So we were talking about different personality types again, and we were talking about if you have just one type of person or one type of personalities all in one room, what that look like. So we talked about analytics, who are thinkers and like data but like perfection, and we called it analysis paralysis. That they'd be so into doing the research and wanting the data to be right, they would never get anything done. But that just talks or speaks to the point of you need more than one type of person to make an effective team or to have a successful relationship.
And that is guided by the value that we all have something to contribute. That it's rather, when you think about it, it's rather egotistical and selfish to believe that the whole world has to be like me. It's immature. It's emotionally immature. And the truth of the matter is, and I'm going to throw this out to our audience and to Miss Be Inspired, the truth of the matter is that many of us, we mature biologically, we mature chronologically without being mature emotionally. Emotionally has to do with how I exist in the world. How do I see the world around me? And you can be a degreed individual in a high-paying job. You can be a person with a high GPA, okay, and be in some of the best schools, but still be very limited and restricted because there's a resistance to developing other sides of yourself and being able to adapt to different situations, again, only using the hammer. So I not only need to be a successful individual, and we're finding this in career development and job searching and human service, or human, what do you call it when you are human resources, that oftentimes corporations are not just looking for, did you graduate from Harvard Medical School, or did you go to Yale Business School, and did you have this GPA that was just really high? But the question is, how much have you served humankind? What is your character like? What kind of quality decisions do you make? And that entails the humility part, the be humble part, which has to do with your value system. And I'm going to really encourage those who are listening, work on your value system, assess what you believe in, assess what's important, and do so with a goal to grow in humility, which is to grow up by going down. When you have a wide range of abilities and a wide range of skills that enable you to be a valued part of the team, have the value, grow in the value of being present to use those skills to serve others, not that others serve you. That's what makes the team alive. That's what makes a corporation grow. It's what attracts, it's the energy that you are giving that says that I'm not here to aggrandize or puff myself up with all the abilities I have, but to whom much is given, of the same is much required. I'm here to serve others. And that in my service to others, I walk out that humility that makes my success long lasting. Because the truth of the matter is, there have been people who have had mega skills and have been fired and dismissed from a team because they did not have the ability to be a team player. They didn't have the emotional maturity to withstand someone else getting the promotion and getting the accolades while they were overlooked or whatever, or under represented. And we want to be the kind of individuals that are humble and that are able to have that value system that supports our success in breaking barriers.
All right, you want to talk about the conference? I did early in the show too.
All right. Women's Refreshing 2016, June the 9th through the 12th at the Best Western Eden Resort.
Woo woo.
That's right, in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. We're going to be talking about these things because we want to break barriers among women. We're going to hit it from the medical to the mental health, to the spiritual, so that you leave there with an agenda for change, an agenda for change. It is going to be a powerful experience. We have confirmed Babby Mason, who is an international Christian contemporary artist. She will be there. It's going to be great. www.rso.today, www.rso.today.